Okay, hi, I'm Catherine Story. Welcome to my channel, House of Story. We're on the third chapter here of sort of my designing journey. Started in London, went to Laguna Beach, opened a boutique there. That's London's chapter 1, boutique life chapter 2, and now we're on to the world of the Wide Wide Web. I'm sure you don't remember it being called that. It was called that. And it was, it changed the boutique industry 1,000%. It completely changed it. People stopped shopping like that. They started shopping online. I closed my boutique, and I took a year where I was living in this really great house, and I turned one of the rooms into my atelier. And I would have a catered private party every 2 weeks. And I was doing great. I was kind of stress-free. I didn't have the overhead. I missed a couple steps in the last chapter because I had a giant studio on top of my store. Well, I didn't even say this in the other one. Okay, I'm going to say this. I had my store in Laguna. Then I opened a store in LA. Then I opened another store in LA. I had my studio in Laguna, giant, beautiful studio, and I had my home. I had 5 rents. I had 5 landlords to juggle. And then slowly, the internet came, and, the pieces started to crumble because that way of shopping dissolved, basically. And although people weren't really comfortable shopping online, everyone was intrigued with this new way to maneuver through life. And it changed a lot of just like let's go down to Laguna for the day and go shopping. Let's go, because my store was on Melrose Place. Let's go to Melrose Place and go check out the stores. It changed the boutique industry. Obviously, I'm not the first person that said this. So I closed everything down, moved to my home in Laguna, my atelier, and I really didn't know what to do. I really was kind of at odds, like, what should I do? I got invited to do Rome Fashion Week. Amazing, incredible experience. Definitely one of the highlights of my career. My models walked in. It was a full thing, right? Had to pay for it. Like, you have to remember, you have to pay for all these things. If you're invited, you must pay, and did it equal money? Like all these different things I've done, I did that. So I started to do the show route. At that time, I was really pretty heavy in the sustainable vintage. In particular, lace was really selling for me. But to educate the buyers at that time, like, it's a one-of-a-kind lace. Like, you'll get the body, but you're not going to get the lace. It was like over their head. Nobody understood that. Nobody understood one-of-a-kind, sustainable. I was doing sustainable since the beginning. And to go to a show and try to explain to people, and then to have them order and then get it and then complain that, oh, well, that wasn't the one that I ordered. Well, it was, so you got me, right? So if you are a designer doing sustainable fashion now, you have an advantage. People understand it. People want it. Sustainability, is in fashion is a really amazing way to be designing and saving and helping our environment. So there's I just saw another chapter about that I could go in deeper about sustainability, but I'm going to stay on my boutique designer path and how I'm here in Miami. So I ended up taking over a store. I mean, that's what I knew how to do, right? A store I still have today in Laguna. It's the cutest. It's a designer dream. It's so pretty. If you've seen any of my boutique things, it's just like really beautiful. It's small. Okay, nice thing about small, you don't have to fill it up with so much stuff, right? I have 2 beautiful racks. It's very minimal. I love my aesthetic there. I like a clean white everything. I bring in artists there. I have parties there. I'm right next to one of the best restaurants in town. My studio's behind there. I really hit the jackpot. And I really believe I earned it, by the way. I earned this stage of my life. I worked my ass off in the boutique business. if I didn't have an employee, I went and opened. It was in the days where you had to be open 10 to 7. I earned this. Now I'm open by appointment or Fridays and Saturdays, basically. That may change. We'll see if things change. Once, I've been in there more than 10 years now, and I have a great following. People love the boutique. I do parties. Saturdays I serve wine. It's a really wonderful community that I have there, and the business has been steady, very steady and very good. And then COVID came, right? So we all have our version of what happened during COVID. For me, I'm not like, I make my own money. Like, that's just how nobody pay. I don't have a sugar daddy. So what I did was I jumped on Instagram Live at the time. And gosh, I have to say, one of the richest things. So here's an example of a bad thing, but like, I'm not going to give up my boutique. So I have to figure it out, right? How can I sell? I have to figure it out. So I've been on Instagram Live now for 2 years. I've done like over 100 Instagram Lives. And when it started, it was so much fun because I basically had a captured audience. Nobody could even leave the house. So I was just on there selling, right? I did these one-of-a-kind masks. I really went and just kept doing me, and that's how I had to sell. So that was, well, we were supposed to be closed for I don't even remember now, but that was a long time of doing that, and I survived. I survived during COVID, and I'm so grateful to my established clients that I've had for years and years and years that still continue to support me. So from there, we are here today, right? It's is it 2 years since COVID? During COVID, I've been in Miami 2 years. I go back and forth. I have somebody helping me in the boutique. And in Miami, I wanted to I am establishing my collection and my brand. And there's a whole other switch, there's another conversation I'm going to have about consignment and those issues and some advice there. Maybe I'll have a business video where I talk about, I'm more organized and I'm not just talking off the top of my head. So my advice here for you is that, if you want it, you can make it work. But you have to just go over those uncomfortable things, calling the landlord and saying, I can't pay rent right now. But do it, call the landlord, do it for you. Because that gives you self-worth. Don't just avoid the landlord. Don't avoid your bills. Don't avoid your responsibilities. That client, yesterday here in Miami, somebody didn't show up for me when I was going somewhere. I paid $40 round trip to get there to see this person for an appointment, and they didn't show up. That's bad. That's not how you treat your clients. Your clients are golden, man. Your community is everything. The people that support you and love you, and there's a lot of them that are dying for your creative energy. So give more than you receive. It's quality of service. It's quality of spirit with each other. It's not talking behind your client's back. You will hear a lot of things from clients that you do not repeat because it's a small world and it'll get back that you're talking about them. Don't do that. Don't be catty. Learn to be, this energy of love and creativity, and people will it's contagious. People want to be around it. Who doesn't want to be around a creative young person? So I hope that in these 3, episodes of my life up till now, everything's not shiny and sunny today, by the way. I have I have many challenges I'm working on, but my outlook is, it always goes back to, well, do you want it? You're going to make it happen if you want it. Does it still do something to you? Are you still passionate about it? And your passion is your life force. So as I've mentioned before, if I can help or advise in any way, I'm right here. I'm going to do a small booklet on some points that's going to be free, downloadable. I just haven't had time to put it all together. And if you can learn from some of my mistakes, I'm really grateful for that. And this is what the internet has provided. And I do believe the boutique business is coming back, because I think Gen Z has not had the experience of shopping in boutiques. And so there's a whole new thing going on, especially with the resale market and vintage. There's a lot of new energy coming out, and I'm excited about what's going to happen this year and what's going to happen for us. And please let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Thank you for watching, and please like and share, and stay tuned to some other business related videos, as well as growing up in the 70s in Laurel Canyon. Okay? Thanks. Ciao.